Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Jackson. It's good to see you today. I know you don't have a lot of time, but you did want to discuss health insurance, so we can certainly do that today. Mr. Jackson, I thought we would start off with you. You mentioned that you're concerned about your mother, Doreen. You said that she has started to develop some health issues, and she has currently a long-term care policy, and you were curious as to what conditions would qualify her for taking advantage of that care. In particular, you mentioned that she's starting to develop macular degeneration in her eyes, and you wanted to know what percentage of her eyesight that she must lose in order to qualify for the long-term care insurance. Now, for most policies, I haven't taken a look at Doreen's specifically. However, it's pretty standard that they're going to follow the same rules regarding qualifications, and they're actually pretty strict. So for most plans, your mother would have to have either a threat to her safety due to severe cognitive impairment, such as Alzheimer's, or be considered chronically ill, which is defined as being unable to perform without substantial assistance 2 of the 6 acts of daily living for at least 90 days, which are as follows: eating, bathing, dressing, transferring from bed to chair, using the toilet, maintaining continence. Now, you were mentioning her eyesight. As you can see, even if she were to become completely blind, that doesn't necessarily mean that she wouldn't be able to do, the majority of those things, if not all of them, on her own, especially after 90 days. So I'm imagining, if she starts losing her eyesight, you might have someone helping her out, but 90 days is about 3 months. In that time, she would probably be able to do all of those things by herself. So to qualify for long-term care insurance, she would have to have something else happen that, makes her unable to perform those daily living tasks. That said, once she is 65, which is coming close, she can apply for Medicare. In the meantime, it does look that she may qualify for Medicaid due to her low income. I haven't seen her, complete financial picture, but I think it would be a good idea to bring her in and we can take a look and see if she does qualify for Medicaid, because that could certainly help out in the meantime. Do you have any questions for me right now about, what I told you about your mother? No? Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk to was to you, Mrs. Jackson, about the FSA that your work is offering. You wanted to know what the benefits are. So your school district offers a flexible spending account, the FSA, for health as well as child care expenses. But you said you've never participated, so you wanted to see if it would be advantageous for you to participate and what the benefit would be for your finances. And you wanted to have me calculate any tax savings that you might derive. So flexible savings accounts are plans that provide various tax-free benefits that are funded through salary reductions. So your salary would actually, be slightly less, such as if you were contributing to a retirement plan, something like that. You're able to participate in both plans for a total maximum of $7,550 of elected salary reductions annually. $2,550 for a health FSA and $5,000 for a dependent care FSA. So the health FSA can be used to pay deductibles on group health insurance policies, as well as co-insurance provisions on group health policies, and also may include various healthcare expenses such as prescription drugs. So what I would recommend is that you actually, bring in the paperwork from your work so that we can take a look at it and see what it covers, because every FSA is going to be slightly different, but most typically will cover at least co-payments, at least prescription drugs, as well as deductibles. So we would just need to look at your specific plan to see what it offers, if it would be something that you think you would use. Your current deductible is only $500, so you could put aside just $500 if that's something that you've consistently met every year. I don't know, if you guys are using any prescriptions or, what other health things that might be needed. So it might be advantageous just to take out a certain amount versus the maximum amount that you can take out. Now, something to be concerned about is that many plans also have a use or lose rule. That means that any money left in the account at the end of the year, you might not be able to use it, meaning it won't be rolled over. It depends on your plan as well. There might be a small amount that can be rolled over, it might be nothing. So you definitely don't want to take out too much more than you would actually use in a year. So that's something we'll definitely want to consider before you decide to enroll. Now, the dependent care FSA, that can be used for dependent child care expenses. So that's going to include things like daycare, which I do see you're currently paying $4,500 per year. So that's something that would certainly be a good idea to at least go into the FSA for that amount. You cannot use it for things like private tuition, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Now, I did some calculations, and assuming you participated in both FSAs for the maximum amount, your potential tax savings would be $2,223.75. So this was assuming you have the 22% federal income tax rate, your state does not require state taxes, Medicare payroll tax is 1.45%, and Social Security payroll tax is 6.2%. So basically we just take all those percentages, add them up, that's 29.65%, and multiply that by the amount that is being withheld, which would be $7,550, and that's how we came up with $2,223.75. So as you can see, that's actually a pretty big tax savings, so definitely something to consider. You'll just kind of want to take a look at your past expenses, see what you usually spend on child care as well as health care, and then either take out, the maximum or just the amount that you need depending. So next time you come in, we can take a look and go over that. But that's all we have for the healthcare discussion today. We have a lot more things to discuss as well. I understand you only had a little bit of time, so I appreciate you, making the time to come in. And if you have any questions for me further, you can feel free to call me or send me an email or set up another appointment. Thank you. Have a great day.